Welcome to Conflict News 2042. A quick news story for you from Russia, where Russia-Ukraine war took a strange twist today when Wagner fighters started their march towards Moscow, a Russian capital. March has been stopped. Alexander Lukashenko, Belarusian president, has played a key role in stopping this Wagner march. We know that last night Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin said that Ministry of Defense of Russia and Chief of Staff were responsible for a rocket attack, a missile attack on Wagner fighters' positions in Ukraine. In that attack, large number of Wagner fighters was killed. And infuriated, Yevgeny Prigozhin announced to march towards Moscow, Russian capital, to capture Minister of Defense and Chief of Staff. Minister of Defense is Sergei Shoigu. Chief of Staff is Valery Gerasimov. And then we saw that Wagner fighters entered Rostov-on-Don, a city in southern Russia where people welcomed Wagner fighters. And then Wagner started its march towards Moscow. We saw a confrontation. 3 helicopters were shot down in this confrontation. No physical fight, no close quarters combat between Wagner fighters and Russian military reportedly. Then came mediation. Before this mediation, we saw that last night Yevgeny Prigozhin spoke publicly, video message. He announced to march towards Moscow. Then Russian president spoke, Putin, in a state address, accused Yevgeny Prigozhin of starting a treason. Then came mediation. Alexander Lukashenko, Putin's ally, talked to Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, and just a few minutes ago, Alexander Lukashenko confirmed that Yevgeny Prigozhin, Wagner chief, has agreed to halt the march towards Moscow. And Yevgeny has also issued a message, an audio message, official message, confirming that 200 kilometers away from Moscow, march for justice, so-called, has been stopped. What was agreed between Lukashenko and Wagner chief? 3 points agreed reportedly. Firstly, Wagner fighters will be given security guarantees. It means that Russian government will not take action against Yevgeny Prigozhin and other Wagner commanders and fighters. Secondly, changes will be made to Ministry of Defense, and maybe Chief of Staff could be replaced, though it has not been made public. But reportedly, Lukashenko and Yevgeny agreed that changes will be made, and those who were involved in the attack, if it happened, on Wagner positions in Ukraine will be held accountable. And thirdly, very importantly, next destination of Wagner fighters has been agreed in the talks between Lukashenko and Wagner chief. Next destination will be outside Russia, maybe Africa. There is already presence of Wagner fighters in Africa. They're based in Central African Republic. They have fought in Libya too. So these are Wagner fighters, Wagner chief, they'll be redeployed to outside Russia, maybe in Africa. Putin talked to Lukashenko twice today. Lukashenko is key ally of Putin, because you know that when the war broke out between Russia and Ukraine, when Russia invaded Ukraine in February last year, Russian forces entered Ukraine from Belarus. So Belarus is a key ally of Putin. Belarus saved Putin, though we cannot say that Putin was in danger. We cannot say that Wagner was in a position to remove Putin, in a position to stage a coup, but there was serious tension because Russia's military operation in Ukraine could have been seriously affected had this confrontation between Wagner and Russian military went on in southern Russia. So it seems that the two sides have reached an understanding. What is happening in Rostov-on-Don? Are Wagner fighters withdrawing? What are they doing? What are they saying? They're packing up their materials reportedly and they are withdrawing to their camps. Let's see. Will Putin forgive Yevgeny Prigozhin? That is the most important question because what happened today in Russia, it is unprecedented. Putin's authority was challenged. Russian military was challenged by a force, a militia. I don't think Wagner will be allowed to be strong in future. Putin will definitely try to disband Wagner, I think, and Yevgeny Prigozhin will suffer too. Let's see what happens so far. Through Lukashenko, security guarantees have been given to Yevgeny, and he might have left Russia, it seems, if agreements have been made. But it's too early to say because obviously he's not alone. Wagner has thousands of fighters. So it's too early to say where he is, but agreement has been reached. I have a clip for you from Rostov-on-Don, where Wagner fighters took control of Russian southern military district headquarters. People can be seen there chanting slogans in support of Wagner fighters. Wagner fighters played a key role in the capture of Bakhmut in Ukraine a few weeks ago. They were at the forefront. But attack on their positions from behind, allegedly by Russian forces, they lost several of their men. They were angry. They started march. March has been cancelled. Clip from Rostov-on-Don for you. Thank you for watching.